Ooh, yikes. I wish we could just cut it, but we can't. So yeah, rivers aren't really supposed to connect to the sea on two sides. So what I'm doing here is I'm changing how this entire river is structured so that it only meets the sea in one spot and has a source, just like rivers should. You can see I add a tributary, and that's pretty much that after a little bit of rearranging. And we're going to make this a meandery river. And so a lot of rivers do have natural bow shapes, and none of my rivers really do that, so I wanted to go back in and add some river bends. So we took a water system that kind of sucked, and we made it look a lot better. Next, there's one thing I wanted to work on, and that is shaded brook, because this does not make any sense. It's too much. I'm gonna have it start in the marsh, because I think that's a better source for a river than a parallel drainage bed, personally. It doesn't really look like my drainage basins have any sort of distinct pattern or watershed in this particular area, so I'm just going back and readjusting. So I'm moving, because remember, it's at the border. There is no way the Raylon River could go back up into the mountains unless there was a proprietary land feature that catered to it. So I think after the changes I've made to these three rivers, I could argue that the marsh that is at the base of the mountain's stone wallow is the intersection of a major drainage basin from the mountains meeting present groundwater at a high elevation in the marsh. This saturation of the stone wallow bog causes water to seep into further drainage basins and channels beyond its confines. So we end up with the Raylon River, and we end up with the shaded brook flowing out from the stone wallow. Kossuth Creek flows from what I would call the northeastern Bularog Basin into the, like I said, saturated groundwater cover. And so we're going to move this slough to connect to the river, give it a little tributary. Default. Oh, that can exist though. Tributary can flow along a river for a set number of time. And now we're going to take this big old river right here, and we're going to move it to where it'll connect to the rest of the water system, which starts in the stone wallow and continues to wind its way down through the upper peninsula. I'm going to leave these two river systems as they are for now. Based on my understanding of the Wikipedia article, everything I've done is acceptable, except for the Raylon River going back into the hills after it originates in the marsh. That's stupid. It's doing the it runs parallel to its to the river it feeds into for just a little bit too long. Yeah, just connecting another tributary. This is another bad one. So I like that all of these boys drain to here. You know, adjustment. Cool. Let's just take a quick visit into Formia. So this mountain is draining from both sides, the one in the middle. Because my scale is so large right now, they might look kind of close, but I could promise you they're very far away from one another. I mean, here, look at, see, it's 60 miles. I think that's a pretty reasonable distance between drainage basins, especially on a small continent with a lot of glaciers. Just to be consistent, I'm gonna move Scale Creek down a little bit because this mountain would drain to one side, and then the other mountain next to it would drain to the other, I think. Well, so yeah, gotta watch out for how mountains drain. Cool. So yeah, that's a little more of an explanation on the rivers, because honestly, I could use the education. I feel like it's kind of a thing people complain about a lot. I feel like it's kind of a thing people nitpick over. I'm not here to do that. I'm just here to learn about it as well, because you saw me. I had a different map when I started than I do right now, because I read the Wikipedia article on rivers and decided to make a video. So, hopefully it was helpful. Hopefully my map is better now. Hopefully your maps can also be better. And yeah, let's not forget to like, comment, subscribe, and most importantly, have a nice evening, Internet. Thanks for watching.